Good morning, guys. We are in the garden for just a little job. I am here with the cherry tomatoes and we've got some eggplants as well. However, as explained previously, the cherry tomatoes have fallen over and are now covering the eggplants, which doesn't allow them to grow properly. I've got some eggplants here, I've got some basil, I've got some other stuff, and I'm gonna remove all these cherry tomatoes that are crossing this patch so they can grow properly here. Also earlier I left one potato plant in and you can see what a difference this last stage has made. This is from one plant and you can see the potatoes are way bigger, so good to know for next year. I noticed just now, but this was the potato patch, and here we had these red camel potatoes and they never came up until now, that is. So we have these red potatoes here now, but apparently they need longer or more heat. I have no idea. Maybe it's just a very late variety. That's very well possible. Just look at all those tomatoes. Next year, if we do this properly, we're gonna have so many tomatoes. Can't wait. So now we have a little bit more space. Now these other types of tomatoes can grow. And we've got some eggplants, as said before, and some basil, and some other stuff. Done with the garden, and now back inside. While we wait for this concrete to cure and to dry, we're going to continue with something else. The next big part of the plan is to create this whole section here. So the floor for the shower, this little pony wall, and we've got the bathtub here. So in order to do that, we need to waterproof everything first. And in order to do that, sorry, I'm a bit distracted. So in order to do that, we need to waterproof everything. First things first, we're gonna do the wall. So we're gonna try to order some tiles. We're gonna put the tiles on for the shower. And in order to do that, we need to remove all these things and prep the wall for the tiling. So that's what we're gonna do now. I was planning on saving some onions for their seed, and that is what I've done. I think this is the best time to collect some, so I'm gonna get these out of the ground and then I can collect the seeds later. So in the garden, and we are having a little bit of an issue. Well, the melons are growing quite well and they need to be transplanted, but I guess I just need to do it now because otherwise we'll not have any melons. These are the melons. They're already developing flowers, so they really need to have some more space. I'm in the middle of the garden now, next to all the beans, where we have the onion carrots, onion carrots, onion carrots. The carrots are not doing too well. There was way too little space here. I knew that, but I don't think there's enough on it. So I'm afraid that, oh, that is looking quite decent actually. I did not expect that. Okay, well, maybe this is a good time to get them out of the ground. We'll get these carrots out, the onions out, and then we can put the melons in here. I think this is a good spot. Bite.
Mortal.
Well, obviously, again, way too little space, but it'll have to do for now.
Very tasty.
Dus dan komen we hier 1,20 omhoog. 4 uur toch? Dus ook
Ja. Nou. Dus dan komen we hier eerst zitten. Nou, die kant op. En die weten we niet.
Okay. Kijk eens dus.
And we're back in the bathroom. All right, it's taken some time, but this is the plan of attack. So we're gonna first prep this little section of the wall here by scraping all of the plaster that is on there. That has been largely done, but there's still some spots that need some attention. After that, we've bought some primer yesterday, so we're gonna apply primer to that section of the wall. And after that, we can put some plaster on there to fill up this little gap. Right now there is this little gap between this wall and these tiles. Later, we want to tile over the whole thing, so we can't have a gap or like a little jump in here. So that's why we need to fill it up, so it's one big flat surface. And later we're gonna also work on this little section, this corner here, where we're gonna have our controls, I guess, for the shower. So let's start by removing some plaster. That's part one done. On to priming. Primer. In order to tile properly, we're gonna take this little edge here off so we can put plaster on this side. We can have this little transition corner piece here, and then we can tile on the inside here of the shower. So now we're gonna take a little slither off of these tiles, and we're gonna prep this bit of the wall to make it flat again. And then on that side, we're gonna prep as well, and then we're gonna use the stuff that we have left, because we definitely will have some left. We're gonna try to fill up that or make that flat again as well. So that is the approach. Tile, make this flat, and then fill up everything that is left. So let's cut some tiles. So we primed these top sections. We're gonna put some plaster in here to make sure that it's the same level as these old tiles. It's not as good as it could be, but for our first time, I think it's quite acceptable. So while this dries, we can continue with something else. Two more beautiful zucchinis. Welcome to the kitchen. In a few days, we'll have this neighborhood dinner here, and we invited everyone around and some friends to come and join us for a nice dinner that we will make ourselves. We'll try to make an Italian classic dish with our homegrown organic vegetables, and we'll make some pasta ourselves. So I hope it will be amazing. Hope the Italian neighbors will be as impressed as we will be. We'll see. So I want to take you on a little trip through the kitchen in preparation of this dinner. We have to deal with some very potent onions. Homegrown, baby.
Yes.
The best stuff. It's a beautiful moment.
Yes. Ik heb er ook zo'n verkeerde les voor.